Good YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So we got some very, very unfortunate news. As the boxing world was looking forward to seeing a massive undisputed lightweight showdown between undefeated unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez. 16 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. Teofimo Lopez is 24 years of age, stands at 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. We expected to see Teofimo Lopez after his IBF mandatory challenge against undefeated Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr. this upcoming Saturday to face off against another undefeated lightweight world champion superstar boxer who is the WBC lightweight world champion in Devin the Dream Haney. Okay, Devin Haney, 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach. He's going into a highly anticipated showdown title defense against former IBF super featherweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Joseph Jojo Diaz. 32 wins, 1 loss, no draws. Joseph Diaz has 15 wins by way of knockout, 29 years of age, 5'6" with a 64-inch arm reach. We expected to see after Teofimo Lopez and after Devin Haney came face-to-face and it went viral, and they verbally agreed to face off against one another after their respective upcoming showdowns for an official undisputed showdown at lightweight, especially since the World Boxing Council, better known as the WBC, President Mauricio Suleiman and the board, they voted and they made it very, very clear that Teofimo Lopez is not undisputed after he defeated former 3-division world champion, former 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and former unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko. After that fight, Teofimo Lopez, he beat Lomachenko in what turned out to be a unification bout. And we expected to see Teofimo Lopez face off against Devin Haney in their next fights, okay? They came face-to-face. Teofimo Lopez, he was going back and forth with Devin Haney. He talked to Devin Haney's co-promoter, Matchroom CEO and promoter, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn helps promote DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, with father, trainer, and manager Bill Haney. And they discussed getting a deal done. Teofimo Lopez, he even shook hands with Eddie Hearn, and he agreed that he would definitely fight Devin Haney next. Teofimo Lopez, we know he has a manager and promoter, legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum with ESPN. That's the network in which he fights on. But Teofimo Lopez fight with George Kambosos Jr. is going to take place on DAZN at Madison Square Garden. You know, because this fight went to a purse bid. Triller, they outbid everybody $6 million for this fight, but Eddie Hearn, he bid $3.2 million, so he outbid top-ranking legend and Bob Arum, who bid $2.3 million. So it went to the next highest bidder, which was Eddie Hearn. So it's going to DAZN Matchroom, and it's going to take place this Saturday. But with that said, at fight workouts and fight week and things of that nature, Teofimo Lopez has been telling the world, and he agreed, shook hands with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn stated that if Bob Arum is not willing to make the fight, we are willing to make the fight and put up the money so we could stage the fight. And he shook hands. He was happy to hear that. Well, now Teofimo Lopez, he's since changed his tune. He stated that he doesn't have anything to prove fighting Devin Haney. He stated that he doesn't want to attempt to make 135 anymore. He's been at the division for too long. And he stated that he's going up to junior welterweight, and at junior welterweight, Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez can fight at junior welterweight at 140-pound limit. But they're looking to face off against undisputed British superstar boxer Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor, he says he has zero interest in fighting Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo Lopez is not backing up anything he's stating. Okay, Josh Taylor, he has a mandatory showdown coming up against Jack Cottrell in February. So Josh Taylor, he stated that Teofimo Lopez, if he wants to be considered an undisputed champion to hold all 4 major sanction belts, there's only 6 fighters in the history of sport to do so, then he stated that Teofimo Lopez needs to face off against Devin Haney. But if he doesn't, he has no interest in fighting Teofimo Lopez. And actually, Josh Taylor is looking to move up to 147, a full welterweight limit. and he wants to put himself in position to be the mandatory challenger for undefeated 3-division world champion, former undisputed junior welterweight world champion, who currently is the WBO welterweight world champion and widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terrence Bud Crawford. Okay, so Josh Taylor, the way the WBO, World Boxing Organization, operates, if you move up, if you hold their title, you don't lose in the ring, you move up, you automatically become the mandatory in the next weight class. So Josh Taylor can put himself in position to be the mandatory challenger for Terrence Bud Crawford. So Josh Taylor shows little to no interest in fighting Teofimo Lopez, which means Josh Taylor, who holds all 4 belts, will be vacating the belt. So that means that Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez can fight for vacant belts at 140, but they're not going to fight for all the marbles at 147, at 140, at 135, okay? So essentially that strips Devin Haney of a legacy, and it strips Teofimo Lopez of a legacy, okay? And now him saying that he has nothing to prove and Devin Haney hasn't earned it and things of that nature, well, it's coming across as the biggest, cap, as the young fellas would say, in the sport of boxing, okay? You stated and agreed, shook hands with Devin Haney. You shook hands with Bill Haney. You shook hands with Eddie Hearn. You said that you wouldn't mind having this fight next, okay? You told the world that's what you wanted to do. And now you're saying that you have nothing to prove. And so you're looking to move on and go up and wait and fight Devin Haney at 140. But there's nothing on the line unless Josh Taylor officially vacates his belt. And he's not going to officially vacate his belts until at least the summertime of next year, because he has a fight. He has to defend his titles against Jack Cottrell, and there's no guarantee that he plans on moving up for sure his next fight after Jack Cottrell to 147. Now, Josh Taylor is a big 140-pounder at 5'10" with a 72-inch arm. He's very big for the junior welterweight division, okay? But with that said, there's no guarantee that he's going to immediately move up. And the belts have to be vacated. So Devin Haney, is the WBC going to award Devin Haney the opportunity to fight at 140? Should Josh Taylor vacate the belts and fight Teofimo Lopez at 140? But the marbles, okay, the history, the accomplishment of officially being undisputed at lightweight is going to be taken away, because Teofimo Lopez is now stating that he don't see a need and a point to prove fighting Devin Haney. And he doesn't feel like he has to prove that he's undisputed at lightweight. Well, you should want to prove that you're undisputed at lightweight, and it's only one fight away. So it's starting to seem like Teofimo Lopez is just looking for the biggest payout, as he should at 24 years old. But his legacy, he stated that he was willing to fight everybody. He was Pretty Boy Floyd. He was a throwback fighter. He was going to fight everybody in the sport of boxing, in and around his weight class. Well, now Teofimo Lopez is stating that he's going to vacate all his belts after this fight with George Kambosos Jr. That, remember, Bob Arum and the IBF, International Boxing Federation, President Daryl Peoples, they stated that they weren't going to uphold and demand that Teofimo Lopez fought George Kambosos Jr. He could have fought Devin Haney right now if he petitioned the IBF and told them that he wanted to have a voluntary unification undisputed showdown with Devin Haney. They would have awarded him that, okay? But like Bob Arum stated, Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos Jr. was looking for the biggest payday possible. And so, remember, Bob Arum, he stated that he felt that they colluded, allegedly, to go to a purse bid and seek out the highest bidder. Good business on their part, but he could have been fighting Devin Haney right now for undisputed instead of fighting George Kambosos Jr., and then he could have moved on from there. So, Teofimo Lopez, after the win over Vasyl Lomachenko, after his win over Richard Comey, it seems like Teofimo Lopez is starting to get satisfied with his already accomplishments. And it seems like he's starting to already, embrace his superstardom without doing much in the sport of boxing. Yes, he beat Nakatani, Richard Comey, and then Vasyl Lomachenko, but he only has 16 fights in his career, and he should want to solidify himself as the 7th undisputed champion in the history of sport of boxing, because once he vacates the belt, that means there's a fighter's going to have to go now and collect all the belts to create history again. That means politics is going to start to play a major part. So unfortunately, after all the talk on Teofimo Lopez's part, and don't forget, his father, Teofimo Lopez Sr., father, trainer, manager, he stated that Teofimo Lopez and they were willing to fight Devin Haney, and that all they needed was the WBC to be petitioned by Devin Haney and his team, and they would immediately make the fight. Well, now they're showing to have other plans. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.